Welcome, one and all, to the Best in Jest, with your two hosts, the man who provided the motion capture data for the alien in the new movie Alien Romulus, Professor Lando, and the man who is the face of the $5 bill and the penny, Commander Connor.
Wow. I wonder what else happens to me.
I don't know. Want to go see a movie after?
This one's for the wicked, there's no time for rest.
Now is the time that we put to the test. Who is the best in jest?
Oh, man.
Come on.
Oh, welcome back to episode, the big 1-0.
The big 1-0. There it is. Knew it was coming.
This episode should have started with the continuation
yeah.
of our argument. Hey, Connor. I like your shirt, man.
Hey, thanks. Yeah.
Oh,
I
looks
like
so-
your shirt. It looks really
look at that.
snazzy.
A little best in jesty, if you
Yeah.
ask me.
Yeah, for the listeners, we're wearing the new Best in Jest t-shirt.
The official Best in Jest merchandise in collaboration with the lifestyle clothing brand Omina. And these are going to be available. Okay, so this is coming out Sunday, 1 week from now at Anime Impulse.
Nice.
And whatever stock that we don't have available will end up going online afterwards.
Yep.
But you want to swing around, show us a little bit of the
Oh,
back?
yeah. Let me just detach from everything here.
It's like the engineer from Alien coming out of the
thing. Am I facing the right way?
yeah. Best in Jest. Look at that. There's us as our little jesters done by Lorphy, right there. Yep, right there. And yeah, these shirts are gonna be available. Oh, should I?
Yeah.
Oh, this is squat. Holy shit, my ass is huge. My ass looks huge.
Fucking, oh my god. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
You didn't eat any of those cookies, brother. The bakery's right here. What the fuck am I paying $6 for a cookie for?
I don't know a good way to shot. I'm gonna throw up.
Neely gets down to show the shirt and goes, my ass is huge. And he had fucking Miss Incredible ass just bulging out at the camera.
Sometimes I even surprise myself.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm crying. So, yeah, these shirts are gonna be available at our booth or table or whatever it's gonna be at Anime Impulse, which we're gonna be at August 31st and September 1st. And we're doing a meet and greet and a panel there. Also, what's this little guy?
Oh, yeah.
We're also gonna be selling this.
My new, what the fuck happened? I got all disheveled after getting up and laughing.
My ass surprised you.
Blew the cap right off my head. Yeah, the Commander Connor Nui
To go along with my little professor plush that I've been
Yeah.
selling. So they don't come with these hats.
Yeah, the
so
hats aren't being sold.
we asked Omino to make these hats just for our. You see that? They're the hats in
yeah,
our
yeah.
portrait. If it's not clicking for you guys. Yeah. So take up that. Show them the Nui in its purest form.
Look, it's got my fucking giant forehead and my winning smile, and
As I say on the plushie's shirt,
it says
death.
on the shirt. It's got a little tattoo that you can't see on its arm. But yeah.
And that's also going to be available at Anime Impulse and online sometime after that.
Yeah.
Go along with who knows what you can make these two plushies do to each other. Taxes? Unlikely. Yeah, so we'll see you guys. That's soon.
Yep.
That's soon.
See you guys then.
Anime Impulse. Episode 10. We did it.
Episode 10.
Hmm?
Yeah. Finally made it. 10 weeks.
Managed somehow 10 episodes of talking about absolutely nothing. Somehow, somewhere.
I'm trying to think of like what would we talk about if we like had things to talk about because like like what do isn't a podcast just talking about nothing? Isn't that kind of the gist of it? Because like what would we have talked about?
We're reminiscing like it's some kind of anniversary episode. Remember the mall episode? That seems like that actually
does seem a while ago.
That seems like a very long time ago.
I mean, if you boil it down, 10 weeks is kind of a long time. That's 10 weeks.
Mm-hmm. We I think we're officially at the point of like having 0 talking points.
Yeah.
Before we would write stuff down, we would be out and about, and we'd have our phone taking notes. Like, gotta remember that. You know what? I'm gonna check right now, just in case there's some little nuggets.
Just a little
before
thing.
we formally retire the notes. Okay. I only have one new thing on this note list, and it's guy saying "boom" in theater. I cannot.
Dude, guy saying boom?
There is always this guy, and he's the guy that says boom in a theater.
What?
There's always a moment in a movie where the crash is imminent or this thing is going to obviously explode or crash, and then it gets silent. And then why I was thinking about talking about this specifically is because someone did this in Alien Romulus. We went to see Alien Romulus.
Really?
The ship's about to crash. And it gets all quiet. Ship's coming. It's obviously going to hit the thing. Right before it hits and silent, guy goes, boom.
Oh, God.
Yeah, fucking obviously.
Why do they do it? Yeah, good for you.
Fucking hilarious guy that says boom. And I feel like it's not the first time. Like that kind of thing, obviously. Like,
is it a
bang.
Is it a joke or is it to show that they know what's coming?
Or like right before a scare, right? Like, he's right there. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Almost as worse. Almost worse than the guy that's actually trying to boom us in the theater that one time.
Oh, yeah. When we actually got boomed. I'm not much for like, I don't really know theater etiquette that well. We've talked about cheering in theaters.
I like some murmurs.
I like a little bit of that.
Yeah.
A little bit of back and forth, a little bit of, you can kind of feel that energy in the theater. But for me, I don't really run into that many people that like freak out in a theater. I never paid attention to the boom guy.
Boom.
Boom.
Hilarious.
It's always. Did you just gotta stand out? I don't. What? It's like why?
Just shut the fuck up.
Just shut the fuck.
If it's not a moment where everyone's talking or like going, whoa,
Yeah.
what? Just be quiet.
Do you think it's like a defense thing where they're kind of scared?
They're emotionally. What is the word? I don't know. Like immature. No, that's not quite the word. Yeah, insecure about something.
Yeah.
They can't sit and be with their thoughts and like you said, their emotions.
Also,
in
loud's
the
gotta
moment.
happen. Boom.
Oh, boom. Oh.
Yeah. Interesting.
Next time that happens, I'm gonna stand up, turn, and go.
Yeah. Good for you.
Hey, all down the row. Hey, row A. This guy just said boom right before it exploded.
He called it.
How'd
he know?
And then that guy turns up. The fuck did you say? He said boom before it went. Hold on, honey. This guy said,
I gotta call my folks.
I remember that. He said boom right before it exploded. Oh my! We're on the plane right now. Shut the fuck up.
There's always these people that there's always like you said, like a set thing that people say that indicates something. I actually have in my notes, and I don't even need to look at it because I remember I was at this. I was getting my car repaired, and I was talking to a guy, and I'm like, hey, how you doing today? He's like, can't complain. That guy was having a shit day. Can't complain. I think is an indicator for this shit sucks. It's either that. Well, the classic one is living the dream. Living the dream is living the dream is
that one's way more cynical.
Well, that one's funny.
Living the dream.
Maybe can't complain can be taken a different way.
Can't complain's a little more like it's more like coping territory. Like I can't complain.
He didn't look happy.
Living the dream is
living the dream. You want to die. Which
begs the question: what do you say when you're actually like living the dream?
I don't think anyone knows that they're living the dream.
Right. You're just like, oh man, could be better.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you think we're living the dream? No. Episode 10.
Wait, hold on, wait. I thought the podcast going fine. What does that? What does that have to do with? What does that have to do with my happiness in life?
I'm just saying.
Am I living the dream?
I'm living a dream, maybe not the dream. There's a difference.
Not my dream. Oh wait, did we talk about this on a podcast where?
What, excuse me?
Where we were joking. I don't know the context, but we were joking, and our experience is actually Kane's dream, our producer.
Have we talked about? Was that?
That was like a bit. And the thing is, in like Kane, like you and I died, or we're not real, or something. Yeah, maybe we died in a car accident, and Kane's in a coma. But like, in Kane's dream, he's not even the podcast. He's like
the guy working
on the
producer
podcast.
Of a podcast.
He's the producer, and we're saying that we are not even like the real.
We're not.
Experience.
We're dead.
We're dead. We died a long time ago.
So
setting up the podcast, the wall fell on us or something. Or
is that how clones work, where they feel like they're alive, but they're like not the real? Because maybe I am dead. Existential episode. I don't want to do this.
Clones. I don't think. See, there's doppelgangers. There's.
Mm-hmm.
I just mouthed the cryptid version of a doppelganger. You guys know.
Mm-hmm.
We can't, if you didn't watch the last episode, you can't speak their name. Well, that's not even the correct one, but I don't even want to go near.
Yeah, it scares me.
But I know this is like typical, like, like potty humor, whatever. But like, truly, if there were clones of me or doppelgangers, not really someone else masquerading as me, but like if it was me and it was clone situation, we would just fuck.
You'd fuck yourself?
We would just fuck. And like, not even as a joke, but truly my experience, like if they were clones and they were me and they thought like me, it wouldn't be like, I'm going to kill you. Or maybe eventually it'd lead to that. But I know that I'm safe for like this beginning period because the first thing we do is we fuck each other.
Okay.
Why not?
So clone you would fuck another clone you, or clone you would fuck you?
Whichever.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, whichever.
You're fucking you regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why not? Because there's no, like, it's just like, why not? Because there's no
point.
There's no moral, ethical conundrum involved. No, it's just let's just, why not?
Well, that brings up the question is like, are clones immoral? Is it like, do they abide to the same laws and rules as like everyone else? Or
I mean, this sounds like a movie, right? Like the clones get harvested, but it's ethical because they're not like quote unquote real.
Yeah.
And then it goes the opposite way, like what makes you real? And I think what boils it down is not memories per se, but experience, right? So like a clone of you, if it just spawns in and it has all your memories, everything about you, I'm inclined to say it's not you, right? Because let's take an example where you get in some accident,
yeah,
and you've lost every bit of your memories, no inkling of anything of that left in your brain, never get it back. You are in a hospital bed and you've lost it all. The people around you, like, you are not suddenly not Connor.
True.
You are Connor, right? But like if you took like a computer, robot, android, and you put all of your memories in it and personality and everything and put it next to your like not memory version, no one would ever say that the android version of you is Connor at all.
Right.
It's always going to be the you that experienced the stuff.
Yeah. No.
So it's like it's experiences.
I can see that.
But where it gets messy is if there is a clone and it doesn't necessarily have the same experiences as you, but it had experiences.
Well, that's the thing.
That's
if it
the
starts
messy
diverting
example.
from like maybe the past isn't any experience, but let's say they went to Wendy's and got a thing and they fell over or whatever they did. That is now an experience that I never had. So does that make it a separate entity? It's not me, technically me anymore.
No, that's not a clone.
What would that be? But it is a clone. What if it was a clone? Like it was a clone. Everything up until that point has my memories, my experiences, everything. looks like me, everything. But then they start doing other things that I haven't done. Does that...
It's almost like...
It's still a clone, but does it abide to rules and laws now because it has...
Once it experiences,
Yes.
it suddenly becomes immoral.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
But if it just like shadow clones from Naruto, if it just like exists,
they don't count. Yeah, they
don't count.
no.
So let's take this moral question, this quandary even further. Remove the clone aspect, and it's just people, but the same situation. Like they're clones. Not clones per se, but they just are like artificial. You wouldn't say the same thing about them, though. Like, you wouldn't say they're not people. You wouldn't start harvesting their organs or whatever.
No.
But for some reason, when it's a clone,
It
and
feels
it's
like everything's null void. Fair game.
for some reason.
It reminds me of that show Severance.
I haven't watched that. Yeah, it's got...
That the premise of the show is that your personal life and your work life, like your 9-to-5 job, are they're separated. So you walk into your job, you go up the elevator, suddenly you don't have the memories of the outside. You only have the memories within your work.
And vice versa.
Vice versa, right.
When you go home and leave the workplace,
You don't know
have
what's going
any
on at
sense.
work. You have no idea. So then it brings up the moral question. The people at work, they're essentially prisoners. They can't leave, and all they know is work. All they know is that area, and they're trapped. But the person that in the personal life, they agreed to have them there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it brings up the moral dilemma. Are they two different people, or are they the same person? That's why I fucking love this show.
I would, first of all...
What would you do?
What would I do? Well, it's different. I don't work a 9-to-5.
If you did.
If I did... See, it's curious because it depends what the job is, but I think the person that just has life memories with no work, there's some kind of darkness to it, I think. You would start to lose, you kind of need, this might be dark, but life, I think, needs some level of hardship and suffering and purpose, mainly. Work.
Can't be happy all the time.
Can't be happy all the time, right? Just living, just like being at home, whatever. It's the suffering, the hardship, the work, the like direction work gives you that kind of makes the fruits taste that much sweeter.
Yeah, I can agree. Maybe not a need, but certainly just a guaranteed part of it.
Yeah, I'd do it. Wait, but does that mean, okay, so, but if I do it, then that means that me, even though I don't realize it, you would start to live like two different lives as one person.
Yes.
Because you would, I wouldn't do it because I'd be condemning myself.
Yes.
It would be me still, and I would just forget about it. But
You're putting yourself
once
in a prison.
come back, and I would be imprisoned. Depends what kind of job, though.
A podcast.
So like we walk out that door and then we're back in. Whoa,
Yeah.
that would be the worst because I'd be like, what am I talking
What
about?
did I say?
I can't
You look at the
can't
footage like,
remember.
what the fuck are they doing?
I can't remember. I don't have any experiences.
I wouldn't do it only because even if work sucks, I would rather experience it than just like have it be like this blank page of nothing.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, I think it would. I can't do it because I'd end up Minecrafting myself because I don't see a version of me that is just going through the work, rinse and repeat, and just being like, okay,
Yeah.
time to work, right? I would just not do that.
What would your version of you do? Would you just go nuts? I feel like you'd go nuts. Not like crazy, but you'll know where you are. You're like, oh my God, I'm stuck in a podcast. And then you'll try and find a way out. Send messages to yourself while you're editing it.
Like Memento.
Yeah.
Some kind of Memento
Some
situation.
kind of memento thing.
I have thought many times that I would love clones
Yeah?
to do stuff.
To fuck them?
Well, that would get boring eventually.
Yeah. Mine would get boring real fast.
But I wish I could separate myself and then do different things and then come back together.
Okay.
So I could practice like 50
Oh.
different things and learn different things.
You can micromanage. Oh god. Now it's a game of StarCraft. Like
I would it would probably be a monkey's paw thing, and I'd implode because I would separate. I'd learn like so many different disciplines, and I'd come back, and it would be like this vast Alexandria library entering my mind.
Your head would explode.
And it would be like I would become like a potato
Yeah.
of just like infinite knowledge. I'm being unable to process it.
One of your clones becomes like black pilled. Comes back, you come back as like some crazy fucking just ruins your life.
Clones.
I love clones. That's the best
Dude, my favorite movie
thing
is
ever.
Prestige.
Prestige.
Is he the guy that dies in the Prestige?
Oh god. I don't know.
I think so.
I think the main guy is gone. Hugh Jackman, yeah?
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, he's dead. It's nuts.
But he knows. When Hugh Jackman clones himself in the Prestige, because I at first I thought it was like some kind of irony where he's like, "Huh, I made it," but I actually think that he did know, and it's for the sake of the art and the show that he is accepting it and doing it every single time.
That's fucking crazy.
That fits better.
I like that more. Yeah. It's more compelling as like a motive. It's not about him taking in all the glory. It's just that the glory is he's like immortalizing himself. But in reality, he's dead. And I love clones.
Dude, I don't know what. There's that movie we were talking. Oh, Tom Cruise.
Oblivion.
Yeah. I love Oblivion. I love clone stuff. It's so intriguing. I've never seen the Jordan Peele movie.
Us?
Is it clones or some sort of doppelganger type stuff?
Yeah, some kind of doppelganger stuff.
Did I tell my doppelganger story on podcast?
No.
Did I talk about that on the podcast? My clones? Oh, okay. One time, I got really drunk at this party. We were really young. I think Kane was there. He's laughing already. I'm in the bathroom. Okay, use the bathroom, washing my hands. I look up in the mirror. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. And like, I must have just been like really drunk, but the reflection was not like timed with my movements. I got scared.
Okay.
I got scared. I was like, mirror? And I was just like, and I come out of the bathroom and I was like so scared. I was like, everyone, we need safe words for if a doppelganger ever replaced us. We need safe words like The Thing, the movie Thing, John Carpenter's thing. We in like that kind of situation. We need a way to tell who's the real us. So we need a code word, but it needs to be a code word that you would not imagine because your doppelganger would think of the same code word.
What? Then what would the code word be?
Well, that was the conundrum. Do you remember my code word, Kane? Do you? Do you have any idea?
Wait.
Wait.
You're asking him for the code word? Aren't you supposed to know it? Are you which one are you? He's trying to get the code word out of you.
I don't know what you're talking
He's
about.
a fucking doppelganger. What was the code word?
Wasn't it penguin?
Yes.
I don't remember.
It was penguin.
Wait, really?
I guess so.
He's scaring the shit out of me.
It was penguin. You remembered.
Dude, that must have been like 15 years ago.
And you retained it. I don't remember yours.
Penguin.
Oh, you don't know mine?
Do you know
Muffin.
yours? Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the double.
You guys got fucking replaced.
Yeah. Fucking enjoy.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Have fun with that one, buddy.
I have an embarrassing.
Go throw on your stream. Have a great time, buddy. You really escaped whatever.
Good luck on episode 11, fuckface. Speaking of Doppelganger and a complete twist of events, I have an embarrassing story. It's very short. We were just starting the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Just starting the gym. So I'm kind of like a bird out of the nest, a baby bird out of its nest for the first time. I didn't really know what I was doing.
When we first started going?
Yeah, I didn't really know where to go. didn't really know where to go. Quite like knowledgeably, I didn't know where to go. And physically, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where anything was.
Okay.
So you would kind of show me around, and you'd take me to like the things and all that. Sometimes you disappear. You disappear a lot.
Me?
Yeah, you go to the bathroom or you take phone calls and you disappear a lot. I didn't see you walk off. I started following you. I started following you for about like a little bit, and you started like lifting, and I started following you.
Was it not me?
It wasn't you. It wasn't you. And I remember the guy turned and looked at me, and he looked so confused. And like,
did he look like me, or were you just confused?
He was just a taller man. He was just a tall man with short hair.
Connor doesn't see race or color or anything. He just sees height.
I just see height. Quite literally, it was just a tall dude, and I'm like, oh, it's like a kid in a grocery store lost his dad. And the guy looked terrified. Like, he looked at me like he had no idea, and I felt like I was 6 years old.
He must have been so scared.
Yeah. I'm just this fucking dude following him around like a fucking gosling. I don't know.
You know where I go when I disappear.
Where do you go?
No, I don't know.
You take another form.
I do go off. I don't know. I just use the bathroom. I wash my hands.
Yeah, you do your own little like Patrick Bateman fucking regimen.
I did my mask today.
Oh, you're doing masks?
Yeah. Can you tell, guys? Did my little
your skin
face
didn't
mask.
really need a mask. You're kind of you don't really break out.
It's about, again, going back to what we said earlier.
The procedure of it all.
It's about the routine of it all.
Okay. You know what? For me, it's like I just like the idea of things that I would never do. Like,
you could start doing them.
This is now failed, but reading a book. I'm like,
okay, dude, so yeah,
people do that. People read books.
What was the book? The Dorian.
Yeah, picture of Dorian Gray.
Dorian Gray.
The thing is,
they're making a movie.
What?
I think so.
Really? They're making a movie?
I saw some kind of thing.
You know, it wasn't a bad read from the 4 chapters that I got. The problem is that reading for me is so astronomically boring.
Yeah.
I sit there and I'm like, I'm looking at a thing and I'm bored. I'm just looking at a thing. It's the same effect of like looking at a wall and then thinking of a story in your head. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't get it. I don't get it.
I don't like to read either.
I'll
be honest.
I couldn't do it.
I loved reading as a kid.
I liked it more as a kid.
Begged my parents to take me to Borders, which I thought was the superior bookstore compared to Barnes and Noble.
There's no Starbucks in there.
Damn it, you're right.
There's no. I don't have to get my $18 coffee with a book I'm not gonna read.
To be fair, I did not read any of those 2 manga I bought with you.
Me neither. I didn't read. What were we doing?
You know what I used that for?
A paperweight?
Yeah, I put my coffee on it. The stack of books. Reading sucks. I used to love reading. I begged my parents to take me to bookstore and to read the Warrior Cats. That was the series, Warrior Cats. Okay. It was, I don't know why video game. What am I doing it with my fingers?
He's doing the controller motion.
Back then, like, I didn't know what the internet was or anything. So it's just to me, I was just like, do they have it the next one now?
Yeah.
I go all the way. Nope.
No. Damn.
Dang it. Okay. Warriors books. My favorite book was Wuthering Heights. Still is one of my favorite books, Wuthering Heights.
I think it will be until you die, because I don't know.
Such a great book.
Are you reading a book ever again? Then it will remain to be your favorite book.
Right, just because I only read 2 books.
Yeah, like my favorite book is probably like, I don't know.
The Hungry Caterpillar.
Halo, The Fall of Reach. You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Whatever I read in high school, The Road.
The Road.
That was rough. That's a rough read.
Yeah, they made us read some. Fuck.
Why is every book in high school like some kind of fucking depressing?
Kane, did you read in your class, did you read Things Fall Apart?
Yeah, with Okonkwo.
Dude, that shit was depressing as hell.
That was so
I
sad.
never read that one.
I didn't learn no lesson.
No, what was it like? Things change basically, and then
Yeah, fighting. Well, it's like dual, like colonist themes, but also like acceptance and fighting change and whatever.
Fuck, I could just read the title. That's the lesson.
Things fall apart.
Yeah, that's the lesson.
The thing is, like novels, books, stories, literature. There was this tweet that was like very poignant, where it was like, books are so important that we as a people have decided it should be a free utility to the people, as in the form of libraries. That's how important books are. But the thing is, I feel like thinking back to those high school experiences, reading all these books with, yes, very important, strong messages. We're reading really heavy, like weighty stuff.
Yeah.
Right. To Kill a Mockingbird, that book I was just talking about with Kane, Things Fall Apart. None of those fucking idiots learned a goddamn thing. Those idiots that were reading those books, no one learned any theme or message from any of those books, because I don't know what message people are unchangeable. I don't know what depressing statement I'm making, but like those people, like if they were going to understand any theme in a book or whatever, I feel like it was just in their nature to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, if you took something away, I don't know. A 15-year-old's never gonna. I feel like exactly. You already have this preconceived kind of idea of things. I'm not gonna pick up on it and then like build up. Or I'm just like, my IQ is like 38. I don't know.
But you can't read.
Yeah, it's like I can't retain anything. I don't remember a single fucking book I read for the most part. I don't remember anything.
Did you ever read The Hobbit?
I did, yeah.
I remember when they made the Hobbit movies.
Yeah.
Which generally the public sentiment was like not very good. I quite like it was fine. I liked it.
them? Okay.
I don't know if I liked them, but fun movies.
Okay.
But I did you get to choose like which book, and it's like The Hobbit or some stupid boring book.
Yep.
About like some fancy rich people and whatever. Prejudice? Pride and Prejudice?
Pride and Prejudice,
yeah. But these movies came out. I was like, oh, I get to finally watch it. And then I was watching it, and then they came out with another one. I think there's 3.
Yep.
And then the last one came, and I was like, or no, the end of the second one, and it ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Right? The dragon
Yep.
destroys the city.
That's the end of the book, right? The book.
Is it?
Well, the third movie, that's not in the book. At
Okay.
least, as far as I remember,
That was my story. Well,
It's made up.
Is it?
I believe so.
I had no. I remember being like,
Did that happen?
Well, what I was gonna say was, I thought that I had bullshitted my way through this book report apparently, but you're telling me that no, I did read the book. They just made that up.
I can almost. It's a 95% guarantee from me.
I was so
The third
confused.
movie is fucking fan fiction. That it didn't.
Is that right? Viewers,
Or Kane.
listeners, let us know.
I need to know now.
Okay, Kane, is the Battle of the Five Armies in the book of The Hobbit?
Is it 5? How many armies were there? 3?
3?
I don't know.
5 seems excessive. Just stop fighting at that point.
I could be wrong. Is why. And I don't want to go this whole episode knowing that I may have said something.
I tell you about the
completely-
time my friend's boyfriend. I've known this guy for like 3 years at this point. Did I ever tell you that I was calling him Brandon, and his name was Bradley?
No.
And I called him Brandon for maybe 2 years.
Oh, it's not even close.
Brandon, Bradley.
But the ending is so different.
He never said a thing. And one time, because I thought I heard something, and it was like a group setting. I leaned in. What's that guy's name?
Oh, dear.
He was like, Bradley. I'm gonna call him Brandon
This whole time.
for 2 years.
Oh, that's...
He's
I'd be mortified. I would just have to be stopped.
Should I switch
Oh God.
or stay? Because if I start calling him Bradley, then he's like, he realized.
This is the barber situation.
He realized he was calling me the wrong thing, and da-da-da. He should have said something. He's trying to, or do I maintain Brandon? Which one's crazier?
He probably thought you were a fucking asshole if you didn't know his name this whole time. At least make it funny. Be like, yeah, man, sorry. I didn't know.
I should walk up. Oh my God. I just realized I've been calling you the wrong thing this whole time. I'm so sorry. I've known you and your girlfriend for so long. I just asked my friend. I'm so sorry.
I'd feel so weird.
Well, then I would say, like, dude, I'm so sorry. Won't happen again, Jeff.
Braden.
Yeah,
Oh.
just like
Yeah.
get it wrong again. Because then what would he say? What would he say? Would he be like, no? Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he didn't say anything tells me that guy just didn't want to get
a
involved.
little younger
Okay.
than me. So there's some young enough to where I
Okay. I see what I know what you mean.
So I think the final battle with Smaug, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, is that the end of the book?
It says it wasn't in the novel,
Oh, that's not even in the novel.
I think.
So it probably ends.
And at the end with the horses pull up the cavalry and all that.
Well, like the final battle with Smaug is the beginning of the third movie.
Yeah.
So that means that whole movie didn't happen then in the book.
Speaking of The Hobbit in those movies, am I the only one who, for the longest time, confused Orlando Bloom
Oh my God.
and Luke Evans?
They look exactly okay.
Are they not identical?
What's even more confusing is that they're both in the fucking movie.
Talk about doppelgangers and okay, so because I was
my
watching that
God.
movie, and at the end of the second one, the fisherman guy who's played by Luke Evans,
Yes.
he pulls the spear that pierces the dragon scale and all
Yeah.
that. That character, I remember watching, and I was like, did I miss something? Why is Legolas pretending to be this fisherman? I thought I had missed some kind of plot point because
'Cause he's an
Legolas is
archer,
in the
he's got-
yeah, he's an archer and he looks the same, and Legolas is also in the movie, which that's cool. That he's the only one that
he's-
is
He's
because
actually dope in it too, even though he's all CGI'd face and whatnot. But I'm like, oh, he looks exactly like Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, it's like he looks just like him.
they look exactly the same.
Fucking what's his name? The other guy, the fake Orlando Bloom.
Luke Evans.
Luke Evans. Luke Evans looks more like Orlando Bloom in that movie than Orlando Bloom looks like Orlando Bloom.
Yes, he looks like a caricature of
It's
Orlando
crazy.
Bloom. They look exactly the same.
I didn't know what was going on.
I was legitimately so it took me out of the movie because I kept being like, "What happened?
Yeah.
Why is Legolas here? What's going on?"
God, that must have been so weird. Like, you don't know why.
I couldn't
He's-
like understand.
Stephen Colbert shows up. That must have been the weirdest fucking movie ever.
But yeah, I swear they look alike.
They do. They look
scarily alike. There is like a what was the graph with the quadrants alignment chart?
Yeah.
It's like Luke Evans, Orlando Bloom, Stephen Colbert, and like oddly like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Kind of this boxy headed
Yeah.
kind of like look. Yeah, Luke Evans and
Makes
Orlando
me
Bloom.
wonder what the fuck. Like, they look exactly the same, right?
Does no one at any point involved with the movie, you think someone was like, kind of look alike? Or do you think that's just completely like
I don't know.
their personhood and knowing them? Maybe?
It makes me think even more. It's like, what are the odds that two people that look exactly the same become actors and get into Hollywood? Is it just the procedure of hiring? It's like, oh, yep, they have that face.
that certain looks are just more
What
liked. And
is that look? What is it? What is the features? Like, is it?
I think generally it's like I feel like for at least male actors, it's like very masculine but also very feminine at the same time.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that's what, when those first
These days, at least.
Well, even back then, when the Lord of the Rings movie, I remember my dad loves Lord of the Rings, and my mom they were talking about it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, like everyone, like Legolas, he was a heartthrob because he was handsome, but he's got the pretty thing
Yep.
going. I feel that's always been a thing.
even in like the 80s.
Yeah,
I feel like,
JFK.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I think I'm not making a joke. I was like,
I was the opposite. I was trying.
I know
to,
you were looking at me like I was about to say something. Like I'm
well,
not gonna say
I
anything.
was trying to come up with.
I was
something.
trying to like divert.
I was trying to come up with some sort of.
Fucked up.
I got nothing.
Okay,
Sadly,
that's okay. We can come back to it another time.
we'll come back. To
Yeah, I'm sure that won't be the last time we talk about him.
Talk about. I can't believe we didn't bring that up during conspiracy.
Wait,
did I? Did I talk about JFK conspiracy?
Do you want to do that now?
I think we said, what is your most believable conspiracy? And I said the JFK assassination.
Really? Is that what we said? I don't remember.
Well, the most believable conspiracy theory that I don't necessarily believe in, but I find myself watching many videos about the assassination of JFK. Some things don't quite add up, if you ask me.
Yeah.
There's always like, and who is this man? The thing that gets me in these videos, there's always a moment. It was why does the Pope's hat shaped like it? There's always a moment where the voiceover person will be like, and then what is this? And then for the JFK stuff, it's like, and who is the man holding the umbrella? And I get scared. Who is that man?
Who is that? It's the guy from The Watchmen. Or
Oh, dude, I was watching clips from that the other day. Such a good movie.
It is a good. I don't think I understand it.
The best superhero movie?
No. It's a good movie though. There's no way
It doesn't even count.
I would say it doesn't count. They don't even do superhero-y anything. It's like a drama.
I love that movie.
I think
15 hours long.
Yeah.
Or something.
It's fun to look at. It looks like a comic.
Which begs to, I'm sorry, we always circle back to comic books, superhero movies, I feel.
Damn,
but what happened to Zack Snyder? That's Zack Snyder, Watchmen. So faithful. And that's actually one of the few things where I read the comic first. Just by chance. I was at a convention. It was like Watchmen, whatever. I was like, oh my God. And so good. I think everyone loves Watchmen, the movie.
Yeah.
So then what happened to that guy, Zack Snyder? Why his movies suck now?
He went on to make the shittiest movies you've ever seen.
Oh, we got together for our sleepover. The last time we recorded
we
a
could
podcast.
talk about that.
We had a sleepover. Well, this has been, and we fucked each other.
Yeah, everyone freak out.
We've been kind of romanticizing this nostalgic kind of thing. We've been talking like these old games we used to play, like Halo and stuff. We've been like wanting to do the sleepover. We just kind of like hang out and chill. And with the last time we recorded, we were like, we're gonna do it. Gonna have a sleepover. What ended up happening is we were there, we ate pistachios, and we tried to watch maybe 8 different movies.
Yeah.
And ended up watching the first 10 minutes of 8 different movies.
Yeah.
There we were just like, nah, I guess not. And then we just went to sleep.
And then we went to sleep, yeah. We watched 20 minutes of Ninja Warrior and went to bed.
10 minutes of the Saw movie.
10 minutes of the Saw movie. You said you wanted to watch until someone died.
Did I?
Yeah. That was actually the most sleepover-y aspect, is watching a Saw movie, because I would always go to Blockbuster. Oh, here's more nostalgia shit. But I'd go to Blockbuster, get a fucking rated R ass film, get candy, go to my friend's place.
See, that's giving me the feeling right now hearing that.
Yeah.
We wanted to have this sleepover and reignite this kind of like.
Yeah, we should have watched something violent, is what we should have done.
You can't get more violent than
Saw.
But what I was going to say is one of the movies we tossed around is Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. It's like there's a director's cut because the original sucks. And
And it's rated R.
Yeah. It looked cool, though.
Yeah, he's always good with visuals. Zack Snyder's great with visuals. Unfortunately, everything else is bad.
I don't know. Oops. I like the director's cut of Justice League.
Oh, God. Too long.
I'm in the camp where it's like, make it as long as, if I have to sit, like, more content for me to enjoy, the better.
Oh, my God.
Make it as long as you want.
Really?
5 hours. I'll take a break.
That's not how a movie's meant to be watched. I took a
Don't
break.
say that to Zack Snyder.
He'll make it longer. I mean, like, I there's The Irishman. It was like a 3.5-hour
Dude, I
film.
love The Irishman.
It took me 3 nights.
3 hours is not bad.
I don't think it was 3. I think it was 3.5, or was it 3 hours?
How can you not want to sit there and watch? Do Matthew McConaughey?
Was he in that?
Bet your ass he is.
He is?
Yeah. He's the main guy.
In
Are you watching the show?
The Irishman?
Oh, wait. I'm thinking of The Gentleman.
De Niro? That was like McConaughey?
I'm thinking
he ain't Italian.
I'm thinking of The Gentleman.
Wait, I just said
Colin
I just
Farrell.
said
Wait, what did you say? What did you just say?
I just said McConaughey. He's not Italian, and the movie's called The Irishman. It doesn't. Now I'm confused. De Niro's Italian, right? But he played.
I think so.
Was he? You're doing the lip thing. That's literally what he does. That. I'm so confused. Why is it called The Irish? I don't remember the movie. Why is it called The Irishman if he's? Was he Irish in it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember. No. See,
I thought they were Italian.
See, they're Italian, right?
What it is the guy. He's like, they're speaking Italian. You speak Italian. He's like, the war. They're stationed there in Italy or something.
Oh, what the fuck?
I like The Irishman.
I clearly don't remember it.
I like this genre of movie where it's just like mobsters. I made a reference to one, Legend. Tom Hardy. He plays two twins.
Yeah, clones.
Mm-hmm.
May as well be.
And I like this mobster movie where they beat the crap out of someone.
That's fun.
It is.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sopranos is my favorite. I just love the show. Even though that's more of like Sopranos is like The Simpsons if it wasn't funny. That's literally what I call.
I like Sopranos. Who's the main character of Sopranos?
Tony Soprano.
I relate to that guy.
Yeah. I don't think you've seen it.
I haven't. I've only seen clips on
Okay.
TikTok.
Okay, you know
But the
what?
clips I see on TikTok, he's eating the prosciutto from the fridge. And he's getting angry at someone. I'm like, dude, that's me. I like to eat and I get angry at some people.
Yeah.
Does he do more than that?
You don't want to relate to Tony, I'd say.
I've seen the ending.
Do you relate to that?
Someday I will.
Yeah.
But Gentleman is
Isn't that David Fincher?
Guy Ritchie.
Oh, Guy Ritchie. Yeah.
I have no idea what we were even talking about.
I don't know either.
Superhero movies. Watchmen, superhero
Zack
movies. Zack Snyder. Watchmen.
Sleepovers.
Have I talked about how we had the superhero talk? And after we recorded that, you said to me, like, oh, I'm surprised you didn't talk about your desire to be Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
And, well, I love the Watchmen because I love Dr. Manhattan.
I hate that guy.
You hate that guy?
He killed my favorite character.
Rorschach at the very end.
Yeah.
But
who I'm not supposed to like, by the way.
He needed to.
Yeah, he was a bad... Rorschach was, like, bad.
Also, he's wrong.
Yeah.
The people need to know. Well, I mean, I guess.
It's kind of like this gray area.
But if God is agreeing with you, then maybe.
I mean, that's probably, he's probably on the right side.
Probably right. Like, smarter than any conceivable.
It's not my fault they made Rorschach so fucking cool for the entire part of the film, and they're like,
Well,
you're supposed to hate him.
Well, it does get out, right? At the end, he slips into whatever. But, I don't know. Greater good and all that. Kind of a Code Geass type of thing. But I would like to have Dr. Manhattan's powers. And the reason I didn't say this when we had this discussion is because my reason is, well, it's not really conducive to a podcast because my answer is, I want to be Dr. Manhattan because I want to have his powers and kill people. That's it. Doesn't really, there's no room for conversation.
You're not proving any of the allegations.
Then suddenly I got to defend myself and be like, whoa, no, guys, think about it. It'd be fun or something.
Just kill people with any other power? Why Dr. Manhattan's if you can kill anybody?
Because it's specifically because I don't want like heat vision or super strength. It's because of the way he does it is very like
nonchalant.
And then he just kind of motions to you.
Yeah,
an insanely visceral explosion.
Say visceral.
Because I like when I'm like angry at someone, and in my head, why the way Dr. Manhattan kills people, and I think a lot of people will relate to this.
Oh, dear God.
is because when you want someone dead, don't you imagine them dying in the way Dr. Manhattan explodes someone? You know, because I don't fantasize about stabbing someone in the chest 47 times, right?
No, that's too boring.
I don't fantasize about, like, shooting someone, right?
Uh-huh.
Because that's psychopathic.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's crazy.
Right.
Like, I would never fantasize or think, like, I would, like, oh, that guy cut me off. I'm going to stab him or I'm going to shoot him.
So you're thinking it's so fictitious.
Like, I want to go like this and he explodes and his guts go everywhere. And that makes it okay. You know what I mean? Like,
the problem is, well, maybe not the well, I know what you mean.
yeah.
Where something goes like, oh, you go, oh man, that guy made me so fucking angry. I wish I could just blow him up with my mind. But because stabbing and shooting, it's too real.
Right.
If you, I
don't
can't
wanna-
believe you're making me like fucking rationalize.
Like, I don't want to strangle someone to death.
Right.
Or you know, like, oh, God, I hate that guy. I'm going to, like, pour rat poison in his coffee. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
But for some reason being like, I wish I could he just explodes.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I think that's like,
but also why I also like it because it's funny, because Dr. Manhattan is God. He is God.
he doesn't need to make them
Why? Why does he make them viscerally explode? He could just blip them away in like just boop, and he does in that movie. He goes, "Leave me alone." But when he's like out there in Vietnam, it's just
here
like,
we go. Yeah, making people explode.
why? You don't have to do it. You could turn them into, and then the comedian says, like, you could have turned into like butterflies, ribbons in my hand. But no, he's just like, viscerally explode you.
Because I think the thing is,
Guts everywhere.
Dr. Manhattan's kind of a sick fuck. He's kind of a sicko.
No, I thought he's above it all.
Well, he's like ascendant. Like he's like, at least I think so. He has like this omnipotent nature to him, but he's still like has human qualities,
Which is so funny.
Yeah.
He's like, I've walked the surface of the sun. I've seen things happen so small, you could barely argue that they've happened at all. But he likes to fuck.
Yeah, he likes to fucking
He still likes to
kill
fuck.
people. And,
Yeah. He
Yeah.
has like crazy orgies with his clones.
oh, that's true. Oh,
Right?
right.
It's like,
yeah.
he still likes to fuck, but you know. Yeah. Would you become Dr. Manhattan if you could?
No, I mean, not even with the power. Taking away like the murder and all that, his mind is broken. He's
Right.
too much. It's gone.
Exactly.
He's gone.
There's a level where if you cheat the system too much, it loses its joy, like cheating in a video game. You know? It's like, if I could spawn a few extra like things in my inventory, sure. But if you can just activate God mode and delete something, now it's not
No,
fun.
it's not fun. Yeah.
That's the Dr. Manhattan conundrum.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, with this, it's like when you say, do you want to become Dr. Manhattan? Is it really even me by the end of it? If I became Dr. Manhattan, it's not me anymore. It's just totally a new thing.
Yeah.
If I could blow people up, I'd take that. That's cool.
I don't think I could become Dr. Manhattan.
No.
Like, he gets locked in the chamber, and do you think you could like pull yourself together?
What do you mean?
Because in the very beginning, he gets zapped, and he's like, a nervous system down the hallway, a skeletal system, and he learns how to put himself back together. If I became Dr. Manhattan,
Oh, he knew like all the scientific.
he pulled himself together and he did it. He willed himself back. If I became Dr. Manhattan, I don't think I would have ever been able to like get to that stage.
Oh, I'd be this mess.
I would have stayed like a mist.
I wouldn't know where my nucleus was. Like the whole thing would be everywhere. I'd just be dead.
Your nucleus. Oh, everything has a nucleus.
Well, I just have
Connor has a single big nucleus. In the middle of his body.
I'm just a walking nervous system. I just wouldn't know where to find anything.
Okay. Think it's about time?
Just asks.
Time for some Just Ask. If you don't know, on Twitter, we ask for your questions, opinions, confessions, whatnot on Twitter using the hashtag JestAsk. And we ask our producer here, Kane, to give us some questions.
This one is from Jests. They ask, who/what is your craziest hear me out?
Well, Landon already said his.
No, he's talking about fucking.
What?
Like, hear me out.
Oh, is that what that is? Not just in general?
I think it's.
Is it only about fucking?
I think it's a sexual thing.
Is that
like,
true?
hear me out. Like, it's a, because on Twitter, it's like a picture of like a, I don't know, like
okay.
a Galapagos iguana.
Yeah, Lightning McQueen.
And they're like, hear me out.
Okay. Yeah?
I mean, I guess it has to be something fictional, right? Not to, hold on. It's slow your roll. Hear me out refers to a fictional thing. Surely.
Yeah, I would.
Right? So they're saying like, what like cartoon fictional thing is your hear me out? Not like, like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like where this is going.
No, I think it's fictitious.
Well, the thing is, I don't like as someone who is categorized as a somewhat professional gooner, internet gooner.
Yeah.
I don't like that people are like, listen, fellas, don't call me crazy. Hear me out. And it's the sexiest thing you've ever seen.
Right.
Like, hear me out should be most people are like, ugh.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. It's like.
Demogorgon.
Oh. Just thrusted violently.
Stranger Things. Just wait till I get in there. It's going to be called The Strangest Things. You know the scene where the light bulbs light up and it's like, run. It's going to be like, come. See you.
You just made the porn parody. That probably already exists. Strangest things. I don't know. Because, like, the obvious answer is, well, not the obvious answer, but the one that's, like, super, like, mine is, like, it's so accepted at this point.
Go on.
The xenomorph from Alien Isolation. It's kind of hot.
It's not.
It's kind of hot.
It's not.
You haven't taken a good look. And people would agree with me. People would agree with me.
I think
I hear
practically.
Kane looking it up.
I think practically, it's gonna.
Oh, it's gross.
It's gonna, and it's gonna.
I don't think
kill me.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I'm not thinking about the like science or like how it's gonna work. I just look at it. I'm like, yeah, that thing's hot. It's kind of hot.
Isn't it biomechanical? Isn't it as hard as like a truck?
Yeah, I mean, there's
like diamonds.
Nothing's going in that thing. It's a full figured thing.
How do you like it? Face huggers.
Wait, I want to. Kane, what do you think, man? You're looking at it right now.
That thing's kind of hot. I don't know.
Kind of, right? It's got like a bit of a.
Look at it. Look at the picture I'm looking at.
Hang on. He picked that picture scares me, actually.
What? A picture of the xenomorph?
Oh, dude, if it's got like. Okay, do you think Pyramid Head is hot? Because that's like a large consensus that everyone agrees on. Is that hot to you?
There's something hot about him.
There's something. That's the thing. First of all, with these things, hear me out. I don't want to fuck any of it.
I don't think that counts. I don't think xenomorph. I don't particularly think the xenomorph is attractive, but I don't think Pyramid Head xenomorph counts as hear me out because there is something about like horror and sex. They're always entwined. Like Pyramid Head is hot. He's designed to kind of be hot. Xenomorph too. There's always this crossing over. You know, just the design and everything. You know, sex and hell and all that stuff.
I mean,
monsters.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like a real hear me out would be like, the caterpillar from Bug's Life.
Okay.
Right.
Why the fuck?
Exactly.
Was that the example?
Exactly. Well, you know, he's plump and shit. Turn into a beautiful butterfly.
Yeah,
Get back here.
Don't go to your cocoon. I'm trying to think of here. This is actually perplexing. Because now I'm trying to think of weird shit. What would...
I almost threw up.
So is that your answer?
What? But can you imagine it?
The caterpillar from Bugs Life.
He's all colorful.
Yeah, and he's thick.
Anything? Well, my mind kept going to like anything with rolls. I was gonna say the big mother boss from Pikmin.
Oh no!
This kind of caterpillary bulbous.
Why did we
the Bulborb.
Oh my god! Why did we both? I knew what you were talking about. Oh, that must mean something.
There's like a mother one that is like the mother boss. Something about the big.
Oh. No, I don't know. I don't.
Pikmin. Stay back. I got this one.
Yeah. Stand back. Oh, also, wouldn't it be like 8 centimeters tall?
like a literal grub.
It's a grub. Great question.
Interesting how the size will make
Suddenly,
it.
now that it's not enormous, I don't care anymore. Yeah, I think we're on to the next one, I'd say.
Yeah.
This one is from Desneris. They ask, what the hell happened to these? And it's a picture of you guys holding the stick hands.
The pointers? Oh.
The picture that Kane pulled up, it's a picture of us from one of the early set photos when we were starting this. And I guess Connor has lost his. Guess it didn't. Oh, it's over there. Silver table. Is this the right? What am I putting in my ear? We have these foam finger pointers.
Trying to think what the story is besides that they were 50 cents off at Michael's.
The pictures of these foam fingers that we each got. And they were in our colors. Mine's red.
Purple.
Connor's is purple. And we were certain, oh my God, these are perfect. We're going to use these all the time. To what?
Point at each other.
Point.
Yeah, like when I'm talking to you.
You, listen here. Listen here, you.
It is kind of fun, but also I think we came to the conclusion it's a podcast that we don't need any kind of physical goddamn prop to emphasize anything.
You guys don't understand. We thought it was such a good idea that Kane got one too.
Yeah, we bought 3.
He's got a blue one.
I mean, we had a lot of ideas.
And it all involved it all involved pointing at stuff.
Yeah.
And eventually we got into a big fight. And we just said
We poked each other in the eyes.
It was like just you poking you. I wish we had a cooler story to go along with it. Yeah, we kept fingering each other with these fucking foam fingers. That's where you draw the line.
Yourself.
I just talked about
No,
fucking.
I mean we've been. It's just
we've just
been going
I
off.
just painted a vivid picture of me fucking the caterpillar from the Bug's Life. This is where you draw the line. Foam finger pointing.
What is the thumbnail for this episode?
Me fucking the Bug's Life caterpillar.
Dude,
Obviously.
the Bulborb and the Bug's Life caterpillar just intertwined in this fucking
Hopper.
ooh. Dude, I don't want to fuck him, but I loved Hopper from Bugs Life. I love villains in anything.
Hopper's good.
He was where it started. Before Kevin Spacey fucking crashed out.
I was gonna say,
nuts.
got bad news for you.
Yeah, I can't like him anymore, but man, he was dope. I love that grasshopper man. I still love him. He's cool.
He's really cool.
Good villain.
He has the eye.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That was That was fucking depraved. Yeah, that was great. I had a good time.
I need to defend myself. I feel like
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys, I'm not some sort of. I know some of these comments are in jest, haha, but I just want everyone to know I'm a very well-adjusted human being. I have not killed anyone and will never kill anyone. So these comments of like Landon scares me, blah, 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 blah. Guys, this is all in jest.
Yes.
You know, this is all happening in Minecraft.
Right.
I'm not Dr. Manhattan. You guys are lucky I'm not, but I'm not. So what's there to be worried about?
You never will be because it's...
And I never will be.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know how to put myself back together. So the worst you get is me saying I'd fuck the caterpillar from Bug's Life. You know? So don't be afraid when you see me in Anime Impulse. Unless you look like the caterpillar from Bug's Life, and it cuts to like a German guy eating a donut going, oh no! he's got like that, the
later hosen.
Yeah. Mama, cancel the flights.
The mob rolls out as the bull orb.
The bull orb
rolls into the room. What is wrong?
My God, you're not going to believe this. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching.
Okay.
I think it's time. How do we end every episode, Connor?
Well, at the end of every episode of The Best in Jest, our producer Kane chooses who is the best
In jest.
and the loser gets pied.
Every week.
Yep, every week at the end of every episode. And Kane, without further ado, I think it's time to announce the Best in Jest.
I think Landon has to be stopped. I think he needs to cool down. So, Commander Connor, you are today's best in jest.
Oh.
What
Do
do you
it.
mean?
Do it.
You gotta prepare the pie.
Oh shit.
Well, you prepare that. What do you mean? What do you mean? I gotta be stopped.
I don't know. You're just out of control right now.
Which part were you like? That's the breaking point.
I think it was last week when you were talking about the shrimp and how you were fantasizing how they had like feelings. And
You're still thinking about that?
everything adds up, you know. Connor, hurry.
Someone in the comments said I should take off. What did they call it? They called it my pie goggles, as if I'm getting a one up on you, protecting my eyes. All right, do it.
I'm going to do it from over here from down the way. Ready? That was very gentle, actually. I just kind of flicked it onto him. What are you doing?
There's like a suction to it.
Oh wow, more of it actually hit you than I thought.
There was like a suction, an interstellar force. You know, it might seem harmless, the pies,
Yeah.
to the viewers and listeners. But I think you can confirm this. There is like a millisecond right when you get pied where the suction of it and the
You
air
suffocate?
escape, when you suffocate, where you think I'm going to die. There is like a half second where you're like, oh my God, this could kill me.
It's like you're facing a pillow or something.
Thanks for watching episode 10. And we'll see you at Anime Impulse.
Yeah, Anime Impulse. Looking forward to it, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That caterpillar, though, man.